What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the Stock Hustle channel with your boy William. Today is Wednesday, October 27th. As always, guys, nothing that is discussed on these videos is financial advice. It is simply financial education. I simply want to teach people how they don't have to slave in a 9 to 5. You can simply hustle 24/7 in the market and still be able to accomplish all your financial goals and dreams you ever thought possible. True story. But let's get into it. So I was in the middle of recording a video that I was trying to record. That's why you see the ticker on the screen, which I'll produce that or make that later. And I stumbled on something, and I kind of wanted to share it with it because I don't want to forget it. It's pretty important. I think it's a pretty good strategy. I'm going to try it. Full transparency. I don't have a position in what I'm about to talk about, but I will officially as of tomorrow morning. And if I'm profitable, I'll post it. And if I'm not, great. As I told you guys before, in options, you don't always win in every options trade you make, right? The point is to become to the point where you are more profitable more often than not, right? There's trial and error there. Again, with the tool we like to use, or the tool that I like to talk about a lot, it's a significant amount of data. Everybody filters data differently. Everybody sees it differently. So when you find a strategy that works for you, you stick to it. Well, I had a couple trades already come out through this way that were pretty profitable. So I'm going to continue doing it, but I want to share it, right? Share the wealth, right? Put good karma out into the world. Eventually, she'll come back to you twofold. I truly believe that. Good vibes and good karma. That's what I'm about. But let's get into it. Specifically, we're going to start off at the flow. Please ignore the other windows. They're not relevant. It was for something else I was in the middle of, and I just kind of stumbled on this, and it sparked my interest. So, starting as always from the main page, you always have your views. You have custom, big whales, earnings flow, large bearish flow, China flow, semiconductor flow, and then this one, right? This is the one I've been looking at more and more often. Large whales with small prices, specifically, right? Going into filters, you can see nothing is filtered by me. It's only due to big whales, small prices, and the filters they use, right? You can still go in here and filter more. Whether you want to take out specific emojis, which is here, right? You can click on removing some if you want to. That's actually not how I've been finding plays. Specifically, I stole this idea. I will say this because I've seen it now in 1 or 2 Twitch streams. People using opening trades, number 1. That's important, right? You want to see the opening trade specifically for a ticker, right? Because it sets the trend for the day or for that specific ticker, right? So now you're going to see that this little icon right here says it's like a bag. It's like a money bag, right? It's the opening trade. This is how you know it's an opening trade for this specific ticker. Well, the name is unusual whales. So what you're looking for is unusual activity, right? Specifically, one of the ways you can do that is by dollar amount, right? Premium, how much premium is being spent. Open interest is current existing contracts open and available. Volume are new contracts coming in or being bought, right? So you can simply go down through the volume and quickly find markers. Well, look, here stands one out. This is exactly one that I was talking about. 1.5 million premium, right? On ticker ACAD, it's a buy. The ticker currently today, or at the time that this was bought, was $17.62. There's a call option at 20, so that's essentially a little bit under $3 difference, right? But look at the amount. Again, $1.5 million. Now look at the delta. I like to include the delta, as you guys know. I like to play delta 0.50 or better. The other trades that I found, I was specifically just looking for delta 0.50 or better, and then filtering by premium, and then filtering by volume. In this trade, I did it a little different. I went by volume specifically, stumbled on it, saw the premium was high, saw the deltas close to what I like, and I started digging. And so far, everything I've found has me really bullish, right? So we can keep going. That one stands out though for sure. 3.5 on the front page. Here's another couple 10s. This is for Disca. I mean, that always has high activity in their options chain. I've never heard of ACAD ever, but it sounds really familiar for some odd reason. Where did it go? 1.5. Here we go. ACAD. So from this point, you can right click on it, open in a new link. Siri, I don't need you, bro. Go. All right, and it takes you to this landing page, right? Historical flow. Well, one of the things that I always look for right here are these spikes, right? So you can see right here where it says call volume, there's a spike in call volume. So there is a spike in calls, okay? Interesting. You can go down here and it gives you like the 30-day average for calls and then puts, 7-day average, right? and then 3-day average. Well, if you go through here, I mean, nothing really stands out, nothing crazy, right? But today, that spike is there. It's present, like, right? We can see that 100%. October 27th, spike, 21,500 call volume spike. Okay, that's interesting. At this point, I would want to go into here, ACAD, enter, because my Mac has a freak out if I don't. And you go into flow, and now it's going to filter just to this ticker specifically, right? We can go back into these filters. Let's see what ask only. Let's see who's really bullish on this play. Wow, that's very, very bullish at completely. Damn, that's wild. But look, the days go back. Oh no, it's all today. This is all just today. What is happening? What did I miss? I feel like I missed something. All right, let's take out deep in the money. Let's take out of the money only. So let's see just speculation. So we got some 21, some 24, some 30s, 2 puts. Okay. 20s. Everything is above the ticker price. Interesting. So now you can go into here where like I always show you guys show charts, and it's going to give you a visual, right? Some people are visual learners or just identify trades better visually. So we can see it's bullish on the November 19th monthly, and it's bullish on the December 17th monthly. And on the January 2022, it's also bullish, but as we see, it's an uptick, right? So it's increasing more and more as we go a little bit further. What's the predominant strike? 20. But the 21, the 24, the 30, I guess you could call this the 19 and the 18. They're all bullish, right? So, okay, pretty interesting at that point. So now let's go by premium. Let's see who's spending 10,000 or more. Let's see what these trades look like. Okay, that's interesting. Only 2 trades today. Okay, both opening trades. And there's the bag again. Awesome. I didn't see this other one, but that's interesting. 150,000. So there's another way you can visualize trades. Some of you may not know this. I haven't really seen anybody make a video on this. If you have, I'm sorry for not giving you credit. I give full credit if anyone else was first or has already explained this. I like to use this when I don't understand a complex trade sometimes. It can get really hairy and complicated, but I need to make sure that this is understood. All showed trades are possible legs, meaning they could be related to the original trade. There is no way to reliably tell which trades belong together. So again, I don't want people to say, oh, well, he's clicking on that and then he's saying that these are the actual trades. No, this is the potential that this could be the possible leg. There's no way to fully pair them up, right, when it's 2 legs or multiple leg strategy, right? But if you click on this visualize, it'll actually try to load the trade for you, and then you can click on dig into the trade. And now you can visually see where this money is going, right? And how much money is being spent and what the desired outcome that this institution or person is wanting. So we can see 1,000 calls bought at 30, 1,000 calls bought at 20. So if you watched yesterday's video about options fundamentals, buying a call, you want or are bullish on a stock and essentially are wanting the price to go up. If you buy a put, you want it to go down. Simple fundamentals, right, of options. But if you scroll down a little bit further, this profit and loss chart, you can now visually see, okay, well, we don't want it to go into the red because we lose money that way. What they want is they want it to go to the upside. Well, how much did they put down? Well, we see a net debit of $1.5 million, which means that their max loss is, again, the premium that they pay, which is $1.5 million. So you could potentially, this person or institution could potentially lose $1.5 million. However, pay attention to the other piece. Max profit, unlimited. Sounds so nice. If you go down a little bit further, you go to profit and loss table. I like to click on profit and loss because I like to see numbers. If you're a visual learner, obviously you can clearly tell. Here we are current. If we go down in price, 1777 or lower, we start losing money. Max total looks like if by December 19th, just hypothetical, of this year, the ticker went down to $7, that would be a compiled $2 million loss. That's pretty shitty if you spent $1.5 million to try to make some money and you end up losing $2 million. Pretty shitty, TBH. But as you can clearly see, the goal of these 2 trades, of these purchases of calls, is for this ticker to go up. And it was bought today at 11:53 p.m. So that's just a quick way to visualize a trade. But at this point, what I want to do is I want to pull this ticker, right? I like technical analysis. I think it's super critical when you're making trades. I think it's super beneficial. So I want to see a couple different things. So ACAD. Zoom out.
I didn't get that.
Yeah,
Could you
'cause
try?
I didn't call you, Ziri. Damn. All right. So, wow, what happened here? So it looks like this ticker back in the early part of 21 was trading in the 40s to low 50s, mid 50s. Fell off, had some pretty shitty earnings. Minus 42, minus 42. Minus, what is that? Minus what? 27. So it's improving. Well, that's a good sign at least. Fell down to, what's the historic low here? So we're looking at a low of 1568. So we're not that far off the low. So essentially we're on the floor. We were recently in oversold. That's, I guess you can tie that to the historic low. Currently we're sitting at 50.73. So we're sitting right at neutral. We started a buying period. However, it looks like we're getting ready to converge again. Yeah, it looks like we're going to converge into a selling period. But also, you need to pay attention. We do have earnings coming up on November 8th after market close. Interesting. ATR, or average true range, is giving you a $1.48 swing to the top side or to the bottom side. Now, this red doji candle is interesting because that usually sends or explains a change in trend, right? So, that's interesting, but let's see if they got any news on this. What is this? Oh, Arcadia Pharmaceuticals to announce third quarter 2021 earning results on November 8th. Okay, I got that. November 25th. Okay, Arcadia. What does that say? Arcadia Pharmaceuticals to present data on, I can't pronounce that name, that medical term, or that medicine name, in patients with Parkinson's disease, dementia with psychosis from Harmony trial at the 14th Clinical Trials of Alzheimer's Disease CTAD conference. So when is that damn conference? Oh, okay, here. November 9th through the 12th. So that's coming up, and that's pretty relatively after earnings. So potentially this could be a play on that trial, or potentially this could be a play on earnings. We don't necessarily know, but earnings does come before that trial conference, because that trial conference starts like the next day, the next couple of days after earnings. So potentially this could be a play where it might run down based on this selling period. Again, that doesn't guarantee it'll run down. It means you might have a propensity to have more red candles than green. It doesn't definitively give you that explanation, right? But with the RSI being neutral, we don't necessarily know which way this could go. Being from historical views, this is trended towards the bottom side of neutral for the most part, having only touched overbought once in this year, looks like. Yeah, only once in this year has it touched overbought, which is here in middle of June, middle of the year. So middle of the year, it went to overbought. Other than that, it has literally stayed below that neutral mark for the most part, living down here. Before that, obviously, well, it lived in overbought, but that was in the beginning. For the most part, this trigger, as we can see, has lived below neutral for the last year and a half for the most part, right? So we don't necessarily know which way the ticker will go, but we do see those big options trades that were initiated, right? It's 1.5 million and 150,000. Both trades have the desired outcome of going to the top side, with the most amount of money being played on the lowest strike, 20. So the 30 is like a potential spread, right? That's the gap, anywhere from 20 to 30. So that's interesting. At this point, what I want to do is I want to look at the options chain specifically for that expiration, which was, whoa. Before we even get to that, check this out. So total calls today, 21,000 calls, 81 puts. Super bullish, stupid bullish. January 2021. Okay, I think I've made up my mind. I will take a chance on this trade. So volume you see here, once again, on the $20 strike, 10,000. On the 30, you see also 10,000. But look at the put side. Zero. There's nothing to offset it for this expiration. Now this could change obviously because we have some time before January, but I still think this might potentially mean a run-up because it's coming up either due to earnings or due to that medical conference. I don't necessarily know. Again, I can't predict the future, but as I like to play 0.50 delta or better, giving myself a 50% chance to be profitable, this is not breaking the bank. 165 to 235, you could easily submit a 200, a 210, a 190, and potentially get accepted. And you could be making $53 for every $1 that ACAD does go up. Again, I'll post it when I initiate the trade, but I wanted to share this because I found it interesting. I found it unusual, and I liked how I got to this information. It literally distracted me to the point where I stopped making or compiling data for my other video to make this video. So I hope you guys like it. If you do, please give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you have questions, leave it down in the comments below. I will post when I initiate this trade. Once it is initiated, it will either be go on my IG or my Twitter for you guys to track and see. And we'll see how this goes. We'll see if this strategy pays dividends in the long term. But as always, guys, I'll catch you in the next one.